Welcome to the Senior Health video. This video will talk about signs your cholesterol is too high and getting dangerous. Are you feeling more exhausted than usual even after getting a full night of rest? Many people your age assume this is just a normal part of getting older. But what if your body is quietly trying to warn you about something far more serious? High cholesterol rarely shows clear symptoms, yet it is one of the most dangerous conditions affecting millions of Americans today. It slowly builds inside your arteries without pain or noise until one day it triggers a life-changing event. That is why recognizing the earliest signals is so important for you. As you go through your day, you might notice small changes that seem harmless. Maybe a little heaviness in your legs, occasional shortness of breath, or headaches that feel different from usual. These signs are easy to ignore because they feel so common. But what if these everyday sensations were actually early warnings that cholesterol is already restricting blood flow to your heart and brain? When arteries start to narrow, your body sends subtle hints, hoping you will pay attention before the problem becomes dangerous. Many people only discover their high cholesterol after a heart attack or stroke, and by then the damage is already done. The good news is that once you understand what these signals mean, you can take back control. With simple changes in food choices, daily habits, and awareness, you can protect your heart and improve your long-term health. In this guide, you will uncover 12 of the most overlooked signs that your cholesterol may be higher than you realize. Each sign connects like a puzzle piece, helping you see the bigger picture your body has been trying to reveal. Stay with this video because knowing these signs might not only change your life, but could save it. Number 1. Xanthelasma around the eyes. When you notice small yellow patches forming near your eyelids, you might think they are harmless age spots. Many people shrug them off as cosmetic changes that come with getting older. But these tiny marks can be your body's first attempt to warn you about something far more serious. Xanthelasma is one of the earliest visible signs of high cholesterol appearing when excess cholesterol begins collecting beneath the thin and delicate skin around your eyes. This small detail matters because it often shows up long before you ever feel discomfort or experience any heart-related symptoms. As cholesterol slowly builds in your bloodstream, it eventually becomes impossible to hide. The skin around your eyes is one of the first places to reveal trouble because it is so thin that even small deposits become noticeable. Research has found that nearly half of people with xanthelasma also have abnormal cholesterol levels, and many only discover the problem after these patches appear. What you see on the outside is often a reflection of what is happening inside your arteries, where plaque can silently limit blood flow to your heart and brain. If you notice these patches appearing, your body is asking you to pay attention. Choosing more fiber-rich foods, walking daily, and limiting saturated fats can support healthier cholesterol levels. But recognizing this first sign is only the beginning, because the next warning can be even more dangerous. Number 2, leg pain or cramping. During activity, after noticing changes around your eyes, the next signal your body sends can feel even more confusing. When you walk across a parking lot, climb a few steps, or take a short stroll, and suddenly feel a tight ache or heavy cramp in your legs, it is easy to blame age or fatigue. Yet persistent leg discomfort during movement is one of the strongest early signs of high cholesterol because it reveals how limited your blood flow has become. When cholesterol begins narrowing the arteries that feed your legs, your muscles are starved for oxygen and they respond with pain that feels sharper and heavier the more you move. This problem is known as peripheral artery disease, and it affects millions of Americans often without their awareness. Studies in the United States show that people with this type of leg pain have a significantly higher risk of heart attack and stroke, which means this discomfort is not just a nuisance. It is a direct message that your circulation is struggling against cholesterol buildup. What starts as a simple cramp can be a preview of deeper cardiovascular trouble if you ignore it. The good news is that small daily habits can support better circulation, such as walking at a comfortable pace, staying hydrated, and choosing heart-friendly foods like leafy greens and whole grains. Your legs are not just tired. They are asking you to notice what is happening inside your arteries. But understanding this warning still is not enough because the next symptom can feel even more alarming. Number 3, tingling or numbness in your hands and feet. After noticing unusual leg pain, the next warning sign can appear quietly. When you feel a strange tingling in your fingers or a numb, heavy sensation in your feet, you might assume it comes from sitting too long or sleeping in an awkward position. But persistent tingling or numbness is a major early sign that high cholesterol is already affecting your circulation, especially in the small blood vessels that feed your hands and feet. When cholesterol begins to narrow these vessels, your nerves do not receive enough oxygen, and they respond with that pins and needles feeling that keeps returning without a clear reason. This signal is more serious than most people realize. Research in the United States shows that unexplained numbness is strongly linked to hidden cardiovascular issues, meaning reduced blood flow may already be affecting more than one part of your body. Your hands might feel colder than usual, your feet may feel unusually heavy, and these sensations often appear even when you are resting. When oxygen cannot reach the nerves consistently, they begin to misfire, which is why these episodes seem to come and go. The good news is that simple habits can support healthier blood flow, such as eating more fiber-rich foods, staying active with gentle walking, and reducing foods high in saturated fat. These changes help improve circulation and ease pressure on your nerves. Your body uses numbness as a quiet signal that something deeper is happening. But knowing this sign is still not enough because the next warning can be even more concerning. Number 4, frequent headaches or pressure around the temples. After experiencing tingling or numbness, another warning sign often appears where many people least expect it. When you feel recurring headaches, especially a tight pressure around your temples, it is easy to blame stress, dehydration, or lack of sleep. However, persistent headaches can be a powerful signal that high cholesterol is already restricting blood flow to your brain, forcing your blood vessels to work harder just to deliver oxygen. As these vessels narrow, the pressure builds and the discomfort grows, creating headaches that feel heavier and more stubborn than usual. This type of headache has a distinct pattern. It often lingers longer than normal tension headaches and does not always respond well to typical remedies like rest or hydration. Research in the United States shows that people with elevated LDL levels have a significantly higher risk of circulation-related headaches, meaning the discomfort is closely tied to how efficiently blood can move through the arteries. When cholesterol begins forming plaque inside these vessels, the brain receives less oxygen, which triggers repeated waves of pain and pressure. You may also notice moments of lightheadedness, dizziness, or difficulty focusing during these episodes. The encouraging news is that you can support healthier blood flow by prioritizing heart-friendly habits, such as eating more fruits and vegetables, reducing fried foods, and staying active with gentle exercise. These steps help your arteries relax and improve oxygen delivery to your brain. Your headaches are not random. They are early indicators that something deeper is changing within your circulation. But knowing this sign alone is not enough because the next warning can reveal an even more serious problem. Number 5, digestive discomfort and upper abdominal pain. After dealing with persistent headaches, another warning sign can appear in a place many people never associate with cholesterol. When you feel a dull ache or pressure in the upper right side of your abdomen, especially after eating, your first thought may be indigestion or something you ate. But ongoing digestive discomfort can be a major sign that high cholesterol is overwhelming your liver and gallbladder, 2 organs that work nonstop to process fats and regulate cholesterol levels in your body. When cholesterol rises too high, the liver becomes strained, and the gallbladder may begin forming cholesterol-rich stones that trigger pain, bloating, or nausea. This type of abdominal pain often appears after meals that are heavy, greasy, or fried because these foods require more bile and more effort from your digestive system. Research in the United States shows that people with high LDL levels are significantly more likely to develop fatty liver disease and gallstones, both of which create inflammation that leads to recurring upper abdominal pain. You may notice these symptoms come with a loss of appetite, fatigue, or a feeling of fullness even when you have not eaten much, which makes it easy to misunderstand what your body is trying to tell you. These digestive issues are your body's early warnings that cholesterol is already disrupting essential organ functions. The positive news is that you can support your liver and gallbladder by choosing lighter meals, increasing fiber from fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and reducing foods high in saturated fat. Drinking enough water and staying active also help your body handle cholesterol more efficiently. Your digestive discomfort is not random. It is an invitation to pay attention before the problem grows. But only knowing this sign is still not enough because the next warning can feel even more urgent. Number 6, shortness of breath. During mild activity, after dealing with digestive discomfort, The next warning sign can appear during the simplest moments. When you walk a short distance, climb a few steps, or carry light items and suddenly feel unusually winded, it is easy to assume you are just tired. However, shortness of breath during mild activity is a major sign that high cholesterol is already affecting the arteries that supply your heart, forcing it to work harder, even when you are not doing anything strenuous. As cholesterol builds inside the coronary arteries, the flow of oxygen-rich blood becomes restricted, and your heart struggles to keep up, which leaves you breathless far sooner than normal. This is not ordinary fatigue. It is your heart trying to push blood through narrowing pathways. Research in the United States shows that a large number of people with elevated LDL levels experience unexplained breathlessness, especially when their arteries begin to narrow long before chest pain appears. You may notice this shortness of breath coming with slight dizziness, chest pressure, or a heavy feeling in your arms. These moments seem small, but they often appear months before a serious heart event, which makes them essential to understand. The good news is that simple habits can help reduce strain on your heart, such as adding more fiber-rich foods, drinking enough water, and staying active with gentle walking. These habits help improve circulation and lower cholesterol over time. Your breath tells a story about how well your heart is working, but knowing this sign is still not enough because the next warning can be even more alarming. Number 7, cold hands and feet, even in normal temperatures. After noticing shortness of breath, another warning sign can appear in a place you might never connect to cholesterol. When your hands or feet feel unusually cold, even when the room temperature is comfortable, you may think it is just poor circulation from sitting too long. Yet constantly cold extremities are one of the clearest signs that high cholesterol is already restricting blood flow through the smaller vessels in your body, making it harder for warm oxygen-rich blood to reach your fingers and toes. As these vessels narrow, the warmth your tissues normally receive becomes limited, which leaves your extremities feeling cold, numb, or unusually heavy. This change is more meaningful than most people realize. Research in the United States shows that people with elevated LDL levels experience reduced circulation in their extremities long before major heart symptoms appear, meaning your cold hands and feet can be an early clue that plaque is forming inside your arteries. You may notice that these cold sensations appear during stress, colder weather, or after mild activity because your body is struggling to push enough warm blood outward. What feels like a small temperature issue is often a sign of a deeper circulation problem. The good news is that warming your circulation from the inside is possible through simple habits like eating more heart-friendly foods, adding daily walking, and limiting processed fats. These steps help your arteries stay flexible and improve the blood flow your body needs. Your cold hands and feet are not random. They are your body's quiet signal that something important needs attention. But only knowing this sign still is not enough because the next warning reveals an even more serious threat. Number 8, memory problems and mental fog. After noticing cold hands and feet, another warning sign can appear in the most important organ of all. When you struggle to remember simple things, lose track of conversations, or feel mentally slower than usual, it is easy to blame aging or stress. However, persistent memory problems and mental fog can be powerful signs that high cholesterol is already limiting blood flow to your brain, reducing the oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay sharp. As cholesterol begins narrowing the arteries that feed the brain, your cognitive performance can drop long before you notice any physical symptoms. This decline does not happen overnight. It gradually shows up as forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, or feeling mentally drained after tasks that once felt easy. Research in the United States reveals that people with high LDL levels face a significantly higher risk of cognitive decline, including conditions linked to poor circulation. When less oxygen reaches your brain, its cells cannot function at full capacity, which leads to the heavy, foggy feeling many people describe. These changes can be early clues that cholesterol is affecting the brain long before major neurological problems appear. The encouraging news is that you can support clearer thinking by choosing foods rich in omega-3 fats, staying active, and prioritizing quality sleep. These habits help keep blood flowing smoothly and protect your brain health over time. Your mind depends on strong circulation, and memory issues are often the first hints that something deeper is happening. But only knowing this sign is still not enough because the next warning can be even more alarming. Number 9. Constant fatigue and low energy. After noticing memory problems, another warning sign often appears in a way that feels deceptively simple. When you wake up feeling tired even after a full night of sleep, or when your energy drops sharply throughout the day, it is easy to blame age, stress, or lack of rest. Yet persistent fatigue is one of the most overlooked signs that high cholesterol is already restricting oxygen-rich blood from reaching your muscles and organs, forcing your body to work harder for even the smallest tasks. As cholesterol narrows the arteries, your heart must pump with more effort just to deliver the oxygen your cells need, which leaves you feeling drained far sooner than normal. This type of exhaustion has a distinct pattern. It lingers regardless of how much you rest and often intensifies during everyday activities like walking, cooking, or cleaning. Research in the United States shows that people with high LDL levels report chronic fatigue far more often than those with healthy cholesterol, especially when circulation becomes compromised. When your cells do not receive enough oxygen, they struggle to produce energy, which causes that heavy, sluggish feeling many seniors describe. This is not normal aging. It is your body signaling that its internal systems are under strain. The good news is that your energy can improve with simple, heart-healthy habits, such as eating more whole grains, adding more fruits and vegetables, and staying active with light daily movement. These steps help your body use oxygen more efficiently and reduce the stress on your circulation. Your fatigue is not random. It is a meaningful sign that something deeper is happening. But only knowing this sign still is not enough, because the next warning can be even more serious. Number 10, chest discomfort or pressure. After facing constant fatigue, the next warning sign can feel far more alarming. When you experience a tight pressure in your chest, a squeezing sensation during activity, or a sharp discomfort that rises slowly, you might try to explain it away as stress, indigestion, or anxiety. Yet chest discomfort is one of the most serious signs that high cholesterol is already narrowing the arteries that feed your heart, limiting the oxygen it needs to function. As plaque builds the space for blood to flow, becomes dangerously small, which forces your heart to work harder and triggers pain that should never be ignored. This discomfort often appears during moments when your heart demands more oxygen, such as climbing stairs, walking uphill, or dealing with emotional stress. Research in the United States shows that coronary artery disease remains the leading cause of death, and high cholesterol is one of its primary drivers. Chest pain linked to circulation problems may feel like pressure, heaviness, or a burning sensation rather than a sharp stab, which confuses many people into thinking it is not serious. However, this pain can be the body's final attempt to warn you before a major cardiac event occurs. The hopeful news is that supporting your heart is possible through simple changes like choosing whole foods, reducing fried meals, and staying active with safe, low-impact exercise approved by your doctor. These habits help your arteries stay open and reduce the strain on your heart. Your chest discomfort is not a small issue. It is a signal that demands attention right away. But only knowing this sign still is not enough, because the next warning reveals an even deeper danger you need to understand. Number 11, skin discoloration and pale or bluish tones. After experiencing chest discomfort, another warning sign can appear right on the surface of your skin. When you notice that your fingertips, lips, or toes look unusually pale or carry a faint bluish tint, you might think it is just the cold air or poor circulation from sitting too long. However, visible skin discoloration is a strong sign that high cholesterol is already disrupting the flow of oxygen. Rich blood through your arteries, especially in the smaller vessels closest to the skin. As plaque builds and circulation weakens, your tissues receive less oxygen, which changes the color of your skin in ways that should never be ignored. This change often shows up during cooler temperatures, moments of stress, or after light activity when your body needs stronger blood flow. Research in the United States shows that people with elevated LDL levels frequently experience early circulation problems that reveal themselves through skin tone changes long before more severe symptoms appear. What seems like a simple cosmetic issue is often a sign of cyanosis, a condition where oxygen levels are not reaching the extremities. This means your skin is giving you clues that your arteries may already be struggling. The encouraging news is that you can support healthier circulation by eating more heart-friendly foods, staying hydrated, and adding gentle daily movement to keep your blood flowing smoothly. These simple habits help protect your arteries and improve the warmth and color of your skin over time. Your skin is not just reacting to the weather, it is trying to show you that something deeper needs attention. But knowing this sign still is not enough, because the final warning reveals a danger you should never overlook. Number 12, erectile dysfunction in men. After noticing changes in your skin, the next warning sign can feel deeply personal, yet incredibly important to understand. When a man begins having difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection, it is easy to assume the cause is stress, aging, or low energy. However, erectile dysfunction is one of the most revealing signs that high cholesterol is already restricting blood flow throughout the body, especially to the small blood vessels responsible for sexual function. Because these vessels are much narrower than the arteries leading to the heart, they become blocked earlier, which makes ED one of the first red flags of a deeper circulation issue. This happens because healthy erections depend on strong, steady blood flow. When cholesterol forms plaque inside the arteries, the amount of oxygen-rich blood reaching the reproductive area decreases, which leads to weaker and less consistent performance. Research in the United States shows that men with high LDL levels are significantly more likely to experience erectile dysfunction, and in many cases, ED appears years before any major heart symptoms. That means this issue is not just emotional or psychological. It is often a physical warning that your cardiovascular system is under strain. The hopeful news is that improving circulation can also improve sexual performance. Habits such as eating more fiber-rich foods, choosing lean proteins, staying active, and reducing processed fats support better arterial health. These changes help restore a stronger blood flow and protect your heart at the same time. Your body uses ED as a private but powerful signal that something important needs attention. But only knowing this sign still is not enough, because an even more urgent truth appears when you combine all 12 signs together. After exploring these 12 signs, it becomes clear that high cholesterol does not always appear with loud warnings. Sometimes it whispers. It shows up in small changes like fatigue, headaches, cold hands, trouble breathing, or a feeling that something is just not right. Each sign is your body's way of asking you to pay attention, and when you recognize them early, you give yourself the chance to protect your heart, your brain, and your long-term health. The most important message is simple. You are not powerless. With the right choices, you can take control today. Small changes make a real difference, and you can start with steps that fit easily into your daily routine. Choose more fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. Drink enough water and add light walking to your day. Even 10 minutes helps your circulation and energy. These gentle habits support your liver, your arteries, and your heart without requiring dramatic changes. You deserve to feel stronger, more confident, and in control of your well-being, and these actions can help you move toward that goal. If you recognized any of these warning signs, do not panic. Awareness is the first step toward healing. You now have the knowledge to act and protect your future. You can slow the progression of cholesterol-related damage, and in many cases, even reverse it with consistent, healthy habits. Your body can repair more than you think when you give it the chance. Before you leave, make sure you save this video so you can revisit these signs anytime you need a reminder. And if you want more life-saving health tips, practical nutrition guidance, and senior-friendly wellness strategies, subscribe to the channel so you never miss new updates. Your health matters, your future matters, and together we can help you stay informed, strong, and supported. A new video with powerful senior health advice is coming soon, and you will not want to miss it.